Now, I'm hearing a lot about software-defined network and SDN, the latest in one of many tech buzzwords. I mean, what is that and what does it mean to Infoblox?
Firstly, it means a lot to us. I think it would be a great boon for us if SDN happened and when it happens over time. It's really taking networks back, I think, to the simple days. If you remember, networks, switches and routers used to be software running on hardware. Right. Then networks got too complicated. Cisco developed silicon to do these things. But now, merchant silicon, Intel's processors are so powerful these days that we can almost go full circle. So it's taking normal silicon and putting all the value into software. It would be a great boon for organisations and a great boon for us.
I mean, obviously, Infoblox is a network automation specialist, so how does what you do factor into this big SDN future?
Well, in a software-defined network, you really need a control plane, a plane that controls those devices, manages them, and so on. And we're perfectly set up for that. It's what we do today, in fact, when we run DDI, DNS, and DHCP and IPAM. We're a control plane for the network. You could almost think of us as the operating system for the network. And that's what an SDN needs. It needs that kind of level of control plane.
Obviously, this is an interesting time in tech. We're expecting some big announcements from Apple this week. Intel's hosting its Intel Developers Forum out in San Francisco. Kind of what are you expecting, over the coming months? Like, obviously, we're going to be seeing some new devices, some new gadgets, various other things. Kind of how will that type of thing impact on what Infoblox does?
Well, it's just the evolution of mobility. 5 years ago, almost nothing was connected to the network. From a personal consumer point of view, today everyone is connected to the network. The more phones Apple sells, the more people get connected. The more people get connected, the more complex the network gets. The more complex it gets, the greater the need for our software. So it's a great development for us. We're very happy to see Apple developing and releasing more products. It just complicates the network and increases the need for network automation and our products.
Okay, great. Now, obviously, there's been some interesting financial news coming out of Infoblox recently. I know your shares took a little bit of a dive last week. I mean, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we were very happy with our quarter. We ended our quarter on July 31st and our fiscal year as well. And we beat all the street predictions on profitability and on growth and so on. We decided we wanted to invest a little bit more money in the business over the next 12 months because we think there's a huge opportunity. So although we beat all the estimates and raised guidance for the street, we did say that we would invest a bit more money in our business. And maybe that's the reason that our stock took a little bit of a hit, but I think we beat every number that Wall Street gave us.
I mean, do you think that there's probably a bit more scrutiny over companies like Infoblox at the moment, the newly public firms? Do you think that you're maybe being kind of watched a little bit more closely for every sort of dollar you spend?
Well, I think we are, and I think that's the right thing to do. Investors are new to us. We are a newly minted public company, so it's right to be a little bit more have a little bit more scrutiny perhaps than other companies, but the opportunity that we have in the market is so big that it would almost be irresponsible of us not to invest in that opportunity for the future.
This market has fewer players.
We're coming into a Monday where
we're entering a new stage of tech.
It's a stock picker's market.
Welcome to the 5 dumbest things.
Apple reported earnings.